good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you are watching this and where you're watching from. In today's class, we are going to be doing something entirely different. This is something completely out of a regular teaching methodology. Now, I realized just recently that whenever we use a pre-formatted template, just as I did in the earlier section, where we are using this concept or where we're using these projects for the University of Maryland finance student project to do this training. Yeah, it is actually quite good because it gave us an idea of what we can do with QuickBooks and how we can implement some of these things in real life. Now, what I want to do is going to be a free flow teaching. I'm not going to use any of these templates to teach because I realize that whenever you use it to teach, it limits the flow of your understanding, and to actually teach, bring out everything in details or the way it is in your heart to teach people. This is due to the fact that when you come to the field, you don't have a template in the field, so you just apply your knowledge. So, and that's exactly what I want to do. I want to teach you according to the way you will see it in the field, not according to the way I have formatted it, I have mastered it. I want to face some roadblock, and then when I face those roadblock, we should be able to answer some of those questions by ourselves, and we should be able to think critically in order to develop the solution we are looking for. So that's what we're going to be doing in this section. Now, without wasting much of your time again, let's go ahead and start it. Again, before we continue, when we look at the main reason why this class becomes necessary is due to the fact that there are so many things. I just want to update the previous section. That is just it. And one of the most important thing I want to update and to show you the capabilities of QuickBooks is the tax section. That is one of the main reasons why I am doing this video, right? To update especially the tax section. And this is one of the things that especially here in Nigeria we need to pay attention to, because as of January 1st, 2026, our new tax law has become effective, and the biggest problem a lot of organizations are going to face is lack of keeping proper accounting record. Now, the tax system is designed in a way that before you claim any tax on anything, you must have proper accounting documentation of that thing, and QuickBooks is going to help us do that. And again, it is going to be easier for us to have something automated on QuickBooks so that we can be able to rely on just few things or apply few things, few mathematics or few calculations on things that are outside our business, and also to claim the taxes as they come due. Now, that's one. Again, also to help us understand that QuickBooks can operate in any way, in any organization, in any platform, in any organization at all you put the application, it is going to work effectively, right? All that matters is your understanding of that application, understanding on where to implement, understanding of how to implement it, right? So when you understand how to implement and set up the system from the back end, it becomes easier for you, and it flows according to your own organization. Now, you must understand that two different organizations can be in the same industry but are operating in different dimensions. What do I mean? We may be in the same organization. Let me take, for instance, hospitality. Let's say hotel. When you are working as a accountant in a hotel, it is common that we know that the sources of the revenue are the same, but the application of certain things are going to be completely different. And that is very important to know, because what you consider as an expense in this particular organization may not be an expense in the other organization. So we must take note of that. And when treating them, you don't treat them the same. So QuickBooks can help you overcome that challenge as well. But in this class, we are going to focus on not only on the dynamisms of the application. We are going to focus on how to see on how to apply this in real time and not using pre-formatted template just as I did here. Yes, the setup, everything that is here is valid, but I just want to do a free flow teaching. I don't want to use this template anymore. I just want to do a free flow teaching so that we can see how to develop these questions and how to answer the questions ourselves, right? So these settings actually are valid, like I said. Like when you come here, the setting of a company's name, the setting of this the company's sources of revenue, the expenses, the payments, the advanced settings. This is for QuickBooks Online, right? Now the chart of account are very important as well, but it depends on your understanding of the business. Now, and this will bring me to say that what you are seeing here is just like a brief of what this company is all about, right? This is just a brief. When you want to implement a system in an organization, you must first of all understand what the business does, how they do it, and when they do it. So when you are able to get the business brief, you can be able to know which accounts are required and how you can go about implementing that system to be effective. That is another thing you must pay attention. And this has to flow with their chart of account. It has to go with their chart of account and how they are structured. Then you have to also know their tax setting, right? Tax implications and how to comply effectively with the tax requirement. That is another thing we must always pay attention to, right? So that is it and this. Now we are going to go ahead and start this section, right? So see you in class. All right, so when you open the application, QuickBooks application, normally you will see something like this, especially if you have been using it for a while, right? These are 3 companies I have already created in QuickBooks, so we are not going to use any of this. Now we are going to start from scratch. Like I said, I have done detailed explanation in the previous section regarding all these platforms or regarding all these options here, so I'm not going to waste much time again there because it's still the same thing, right? So when you want to create a new company after you have opened QuickBooks, when you want to create a new company, normally if you just install QuickBooks, you will see it here. Everything here will be blank. You will not see any company here, but because I have already worked with QuickBooks and I've installed it and I have some companies registered, that's why you're seeing these 3 companies there, right? So, and if you're also looking for how to install the application, I have already done detailed training on that. The previous section, you can get the you will see how to get the file, the setup file, and install it in your system, and you can go through it and you see how to do that on your own, right? In this class, what we are going to do is to set up a new company and see how we are going to go about this without using this template. Like I say, without using this template, and we'll see achieve the same result. And I'll also be explaining some changes that we are going to experience when we are doing that, especially in regarding to creation of this company and some options that might be missing, right? That might be missing when we start. You will see the features, or some features after we create the company may not be available, readily available to our use, but we'll see how to overcome that. And that is also something you should pay attention to. Reason being that in some cases you open a company but there are options you are looking for you could not find, then it is easier for you to actually follow through again and see how to call up those options. All you need to know is all you need to do is to know exactly what you're looking for. So if you know what you're looking for, it is always easy to find solution to that. And that is what we're going to do. So to create a new company, you just click on create a new company. When you click on create a new company, just wait for it. The option to create companies will display.